Yeah, you know what it is. Southpaw Slick. And today we are going to be talking about the perception of white women with mixed kids. The reason I wanted to talk about this was because of a Kendra G video, which I'm going to put the link down in the description. She had a guest on there. It was a white woman with 4 biracial kids, 4 baby dads. Of course, right? What's new? What's new? And of course, the interview was going well. It was actually a pretty good interview. I actually enjoyed it. Like I do most Kendra G videos. I always find some enjoyment out of them. That's why I fuck with her channel. But anyway, the white woman on there, after Kendra G asked her what kind of man she is looking to date, the white woman said that, well, she had a few prerequisites, but the one that really stood out to me was the race of men that she was willing to date. And she said that she's open to dating all races of men. The only reason she has dated black men exclusively, apparently, is because they are within her circumference or in her proximity. So that's why she ended up with 4 biracial kids from 4 different black men, right? But it just made me think, what is the perspective that most people have about white women with mixed kids? I'm reading through the YouTube comments, I'm reading through the Facebook comments, and it's a mixed bag. You have some people, black women and black men, saying that they like her. You know, that they like her. She's invited to the cookout. She can come to the cookout because she was talking about that she knows how to make a good baked macaroni and cheese. You know what I mean? And yeah, everybody joking in there. And of course, you have people in there saying, nah, she ain't invited to the cookout. We can bring her a plate, but she ain't invited to the cookout. Oh, y'all need to stop letting, all these people come to the cookout. You know what I mean? We never can keep nothing on our own, of our own, which is true. And I might have to do a video on that. But that'll be a little bit more controversial, but I might have to cover that. But anyway, myself, I was thinking after she said that she was willing to date men of any race, I was like, you're pretty much stuck. The only men you're going to have access to really is black men only. Or if it's another race of men, it would have to be the guys that have the scarcity mindset, that are super desperate, that I always talk about, right? No self-respecting white man is going to date a white woman with obvious biracial kids. Let's stop the cap. I'm saying you stuck. You can only fuck with niggas. That's it. Excuse my French. No, niggas and black men, because niggas is the Pookies and Ray Rays. You know what I mean? We're going to use it a little bit, more literal this time. You know what I mean? Those are literals. That's it. All you can date is niggas and black men. That's it. And you see that all the time. I've seen it throughout the years. I'm saying like guys that, are on that Breitbart or Stormfront type mentality, it's like, oh, she's a cold burner. That's a white woman that likes black men. Oh, she's a cold burner. She's a race traitor. She's dirty. She's a, what they call it? It's I cannot remember the fucking name of it. It's like mud something, but whatever. It's like mud shark. That's it. Mud shark. She's a mud shark. That's all I'm saying. They got new terms right now. It's like you can't just say, oh, she's a nigger lover. You know what I mean? They found more euphemistic terms to mean that. Oh, she's a mud shark. She's a coal burner. Those are the main two. Like, oh, like she's just trashy. She's dirty. She's possibly ghetto. You know what I mean? I'm saying, oh, if she only messes with black men, she has to be, a ratchet or just a hood rat. You know what I mean? Which is the case sometimes, but this one didn't come across that way. Even though she was talking about, the guy I mess with, he has to have a little bit of flavor, a little bit of swag. You know what I mean? So she's one of those type that she's not all the way want to be down ass Becky, but she's not all the way Mandy Moore either. She's right in the middle. She's right in the middle. At least that's the way she presented herself on the show. Now she can actually be a ratchet off camera. Like I said, people put on a good front on camera. You know what I mean? Or they try to, use their representative. You know what I mean? Like even me sometimes, I don't speak the way I actually do in person sometimes. I try to for the most part, but you see it come out sometimes like even though I'll have a sophisticated presence on camera, I'm saying, my regular swag, my Connecticut swag comes out. It is what it is. But back to the topic at hand. That's the perception that a lot of white men have of white women with mixed children. Now, black men, they'll look at her as, oh, she's a freebie. You know what I mean? She got black kids, so I know I can get that. I know I can hit that real quick. It's obvious that she fuck with us like that, so I might as well shoot my shot. Now, you'll have some black men, which is the worst. You'll have some black men, they'll actually cuff her with the 4 fucking kids. And these sometimes be dudes that have multiple baby moms, disregard their own children, their own black children, and help the white woman raise her mixed kids. That's the worst kind. That's the worst kind. But she might be able to get a black man like that or a nigga like that. She might be able to get that. I'm saying because they're definitely out here. I've seen it myself. Shit, even if the kids are all the way white, like one of my male cousins on my dad's side, he's engaged to a white woman right now. They've been together for a few years. She has a daughter, but her daughter is white, like Wonder Bread white. You know what I mean? Like she got the blonde hair, pale white skin, blue eyes, and he's right there taking care of it. And I'm like, yo, he doesn't have kids himself. But I can see him being that way. Well, the thing about my cousin, that's all he likes. All he likes is white women. But to be fair, not trying to diss him because he already knows that himself. He knows that deep down inside. I'm saying he's kind of corny. I'm gonna keep it a being with you. I'm talking like he's like Carlton corny. You know what I mean? So I can't even see a black woman giving him a shot. He's corny. Like I love you, fam, but you know that. You know that yourself. I just had to say that. You know what I mean? But exactly. I'm saying even if they're all the way white. But that's probably the black man she can get. Black women, on the other hand, some of them didn't care. And some of them, they were putting up this new hashtag that I'm not familiar with until now. And it's called hashtag same black man. And basically the hashtag came from the self-hating black man, not came from, but influenced by the self-hating black men that also hate black women. You know, the ones that talk about why they date other races and justify it by throwing their own under the army tank, which is worse than a bus. Like, all these white women, these Asian women, these Spanish women, they cater to you. They treat you good. They're good wives. They're good mothers. They know how to be submissive. They know how to play their role. It's going to be all peaches and cream when you come over to that side. The ones that talk like that. Right? So the narrative with this same black man thing that's been going on is that even though black men, some of them will treat a non-black woman better than a black woman, you'll have those certain black men that treat them exactly the way they treat black women. Oh, like you see, that's hashtag same black men. Oh, they treat you like shit. They cheat on you, dog you out, impregnate you, and dip like they do us. So you know better. And then they try to like celebrate it even more, saying that this is why the single white mother statistic has gone up. Because if you check now, as of 2023, white women have the highest percentage of single mothers. They're 40%. They're 40%. Black women are 30%. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Hispanic women are like 24%, something like that. I'm gonna have to check those numbers again. But it's official. White women have the biggest or highest single mother stat or percentage. That's crazy. That's crazy. But that's what they're saying, that now these white women are going to take the heat off of us when they talk about single moms. You know, it's like now they're going to be the face of single motherhood. And this also proves that we've been right the whole time, that all these black men ain't shit. And look how they treating y'all. They treating y'all like the ain't shit guys they are. And I'm like, yeah, that's looking kind of bad. Even though I'm not co-signing that bullshit. I'm not co-signing that bullshit, but it does apply to some. It does apply to some. But the way a lot of us are looking at it, even though I haven't seen it being, stated or vocalized, even though I'm going to be the one to do it, the way a lot of us are looking at it is the same way. The men you pay attention to, which are the guys that have the looks, the status, maybe the money, maybe not. And when I say maybe not, he can be a bum that's attractive and he's a hood celebrity, which I know a few of them that got a whole bunch of baby moms. Or if he has money, he's a dope boy, he's a drug dealer, he's a scammer. You know what I mean? The menaces of society. That's the ones y'all like anyway. So that means the white ones, the Spanish ones, the black ones, that's the ones you gravitate towards. Because he had the swag. He had the dope boy fast money. He had the hood status. You know what I mean? That was good enough for you. And it's good enough to some of these white women and these Spanish women. I can't really say Asian too much because you don't see too many Asian women with black men. That's not a common thing. You see it, but it's not a common thing. But that's how black women are feeling right now. Like I said, some of them just don't care. Some of them, it's a side eye thing, like, oh, typical. Got herself a nigga, just like, leaving us behind. And then the ones with this same black man hashtag going on, right? And I think the last one is white women. Now, to be fair, I don't see white women really talking about it. I don't see them really talking about it. I'm sure they probably look at it similar to how the white guys look at it, possibly. Or they could be celebrating it. It's all love. Like love comes in all colors and sizes and all that bullshit. You know what I mean? I'm saying you might see that, maybe. But I'm not sure about that one. That's a good one. That's actually a good one. It's mostly black men, black women, and white men. Those are ones that actually say something about white women with mixed kids. Usually. But I think for the most part, it's pretty much half and half. I'm saying half of the people look at it like it's all cool, everything is fine, and the other half is a negative reaction. That she's dirty, she's tainted, she's unworthy, she's a hood rat, she's just everything bad in the book. But break's about to be over. I want to talk about this a little bit more, but time is finite. So, Southpaw Slick, I'm out.